So now I would invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already and if it's comfortable for you. You can rest your palms on your knees, facing up in the nice receiving posture. And now let's roll our shoulders back, because for today's meditation, it's quite important that we actually feel our body. We will be working with our body, doing a little bit of somatic work, using our body as a tool of divination, as a pendulum. But don't worry about it now. So let's just start by taking 3 deep breaths together. So take a deep breath in, all the way into your belly, and exhale nice and loud. An even deeper and more delicious breath. And one more, the deepest and most delicious breath for today for now. And during today's meditation, as we go through, if you want to truly relax and calm your body down, you can work on relaxing your vagus nerve by following the breath that we already learned before. So you inhale on the count of 2, for example, and exhale on the count of 4. So basically your exhale has to be double of the inhale. And whether it's 2 inhale or 3 inhale, just double it and slowly, slowly release it. And now let's come back into our body. I want you to adjust your sitting posture. Make sure you are nicely grounded on the floor and the root chakra is touching the mat, and you feel connected and grounded and stable. And also start paying attention to your back. Make sure that it's nice and straight, and tuck your chin a little bit down, so you also straighten up your neck to truly feel yourself in the center. And just take a few breaths here. Again, inhale on the count of 2, exhale on the count of 4. And the intention for today's meditation is relaxation and just being. But we will be talking and working with the dark matter energy, with the prima materia, the original black matter that we all came from, and everything that exists came from. So just for the purpose of this meditation, just work with me and allow this energy to bring you back into your very origin as I guide you and see what comes out for you. But for this meditation, there's nothing to change, nothing to shift, nothing to look forward. It's purely just about being in your body here and now. Now, as we start the meditation, we start working with our body. I want to teach you a little bit about where what is. So if you lean forward now from the straight position we are sitting in, just move your body gently and lean forward. So as you lean forward, energetically you're leaning into your emotions and into your reactions. So every time we feel a little bit more emotional or reactive, we actually naturally lean forward, because this is the front of our chakra system, which actually kind of initiates those emotions and reactions. And then as we lean backwards, so now go back to the straight and lean backwards a little bit. So make sure you have a little bit of space behind you. And when we lean backwards, you're leaning into your Sushumna, into your power center. So it's being said that actually when you're feeling too emotional or too much in your head, in your emotions, in your heart, it's good to actually truly lean back and allow your chakra system to hold you. And then you can relax in that personal power of yours a little bit back out of your straight posture and come back into the center. And during the meditation, just do what feels right. If you feel need to move in any particular direction with your body, feel free to do so. And just observe where you feeling attracted to go at the moment, because it can tell you a lot about where you are and maybe what your medicine is. So coming back to the center, and let's take a nice deep breath here. And just start sensing a little bit more calmness and the energy that's flowing through you. And now I invite you to actually imagine that the floor that we're sitting on, or the chair, let's just visualize that this floor is changing into a beautiful black river. It's the original matter, the prima material river. And now don't be scared, this river is not deep. It's very shallow, it's nicely up to our hips, and it's really, really warm and welcoming. There's nothing to be afraid of. And just sense that river flowing nicely all around you as you're sinking. Maybe for some you want to sink deeper, for some a little bit more shallow. And in this visualization, as you look around within your mind's eye, the river goes everywhere. It's infinite. To the front, all the way where you can see, to the sides. There's no front, there's no beginning, and there is no end. The river is everywhere. And you can maybe even reach out with your hands and try to touch the river, sense the energy of the river. The river is very welcoming, very nice and warm and soothing. And it's just bringing that soothing vibration for you. So this is our river of all creation, the black matter from which everything has been created. Many teachers say that it's the amniotic fluid of the universe. That fluid from which we emerged and into which we go back and then emerge again. Now you feel as if you were sitting in a beautiful warm bath, being bathed by this black river. And as I said before, in this river, there is nothing to do, nothing to worry about. Just come back to here and now, connect to the river, connect to its energy. There is nothing to let go, there is nothing to shift, there is nothing to look forward to or be excited about. It's just about acceptance of being in this body, in this moment, and knowing that we all came from here. And as we acknowledge that, allow the river to bring you back to your origins. Maybe to that moment of conception when you were coming to this life, to this earth, in this lifetime. In your mind's eye, in this visualization, just go back. And maybe the river is bringing you even further back, to the point when you first enter this galaxy, this time-space continuum. Many, many, many lifetimes back. When you first take that first human breath, and let's take that breath together again. This was the moment when our journey started, maybe in this galaxy. And maybe this river is pulling you even more back when you were just a stardust a little small particle of the star hovering above or wherever that is for you, the original place of your existence, when nothing was really pulling you yet into this form of existence. Can you connect to that? Can you visualize that being just that stardust, that beautiful little particle? And why it's sometimes important to go to these places, to try to connect and sense and feel what it was like at the very beginning of us. That's where our journey of transformation begins. To know who we truly are, to know where we truly began, to know what our purpose in this lifetime is, starts at the beginning of this journey. Understanding who we are, why we came here, what was pulling us here. But those questions are not the questions to be solved by your mind, so just relax, just experience it. And for the purpose of today's meditation, we invited, or we're sitting in this black river of all creation, to connect also to those pure elements that we so often talk about. To learn more about them, to see which one of them are a medicine we should be working on right now in our life. So now I want you to visualize that this beautiful black river is actually changing slowly into 4 beautiful big spheres of light. So all these particles of water are now coming together and creating a beautiful ball of light, sphere of light in front of you, on the right hand side of you, on the left hand side of you, and behind you. And these balls of sphere represent the elements. And you need to orient yourself as I give you the instructions, so follow your direction, even if you're watching on the video. So in front of you is the element of earth. So the sphere of light in front of you that I want you now to lean into is the earth element. So, and do it very slowly so you can really feel and sense with your body those differences in energies. So as you lean forward now, try to spend some time and dance with this energy of earth. What kind of energy is falling upon you? What can you sense? Use your body now. The body is your medicine. Be in your body and sense it. A little bit of grounding, feeling safe and protected. Those are the energies of earth. And now come back into the center. Now let's try to lean towards the right hand side. So on the right hand side, can you sense that the energy is slightly different? It's a little bit more spacious. It's a little bit more easy to breathe. Because the right hand side represents the energy of air, that brings that freshness, that air. It's easier to swing. And now come back into the center and try to lean to the back. So the back represents a fire element. So the sphere that's behind you is fire. So sense that fire now slowly rising, going up your central system. Can you sense the energy of fire, a little bit more of excitement, a little bit more of heat? I've done this meditation a few times, so I kind of already trained my body in this as I practice, but see for yourself and maybe do it more at home later to truly sense and feel those energies and come back. And now lean towards the left hand side. So on the left hand side we have a beautiful sphere of water. Now can you sense that a little bit of floating energy, a little bit of emotional healing? Feeling as if Mother is holding you. It brings a little bit more of calmness and nurturing. And then come back into the center. So the other way to look at some directions around you is to, for example, recognize that the right hand side is the side that represents the masculine within us. So when we feel too masculine, we actually can shift the energy just by shifting our physical body somatically to the left hand side of our body, which represents more the feminine energy. And like that, the body can become your instrument of your own healing anytime you want it. If you feel too feminine or too emotional, you can lean towards the right hand side and you can play with me and move your body and to the back into your power center. And let's now take a deep breath in the center to center us back into the nice straight spine. And for a moment just practice that vagus nerve breath of inhaling on the count of 2 and exhaling on the count of 4. Before we start playing with our bodies again and learn how to transform it or turn it into a medicine. Now let's take a short swing through all the spheres of light around us. So lean towards the front. And again, sense a little bit of calmness and protection and grounding. And then gently move to your right hand side as you're making the circle through the spheres. And sense that freshness and spaciousness. The heart rate slows down much easier in this way. And then lean back. Where we sense this energy of fire and maybe also an energy of cheekiness and playfulness, stimulating those energies. So each ball has different vibration, different energy. We're just trying to lean into those energies. And let's bring it all the way to the west, to your left hand side. And allow those nurturing energies to flow through you, the energies of prosperity and abundance, of emotional healing, and coming back. And now, how do you use this in your life? So just come back nicely into the center with a straight spine. And let's use our body now. And as the body will be picking up on the energy that you already have in your field. So I don't want you to, during this little exercise, to force yourself to any particular side. I just want you to relax in the center and allow this thing to happen for you. And it would happen if you just allow it. So just say in your mind, I allow myself to become my own pendulum and guide me while I ask these questions, my body. So let's ask some questions and allow our body to tell us what is our medicine right at this moment. And later you can play with this as much as you want. You can even do it standing up, which might be even easier for your body to pull you in some direction. And because it's a month of love, let's see what is our medicine for love. What is love that we want to generate for ourselves or for others, or maybe the love that we want to attract into our life. So let's call in all our guides, guardians, and spirit guides, teachers, elders, our lineage, our angels, archangels, divine beings, divine healing intelligence to be here with us at this moment, for us to help us, guide us through this as we ask the questions and receive the answers. And start sensing their presence all around you. They are here to help you, to guide you, to hold you, to create a safe space for you. And let's ask our body, so what is our medicine? Which element are we supposed to work with to cultivate that love that we are seeking in our life? Now just allow your body to pull you in some direction. Now it might not be just one direction, actually you might be swinging in between two directions, two elements, or maybe diagonally, or horizontally, or vertically. Just roll with it. So I feel swinging in between water and fire. And I want you at this point also to tune into your own intuition. Let's try through these meditations and this time together to become a little bit more intuitive and trust the guidance that comes from within. So just maybe play with it and sense whether you have any messages coming through, any memories, anything. For you and your love question, it's trying to give you answers. So the only thing that's coming to me right now is to just surrender and allow myself to receive the love. And it's truly for me the dance between the water and the fire. And then when you're done, you can reset by moving your body a little bit around and just coming back into the center again. And let's play with another question. So what can we ask? Which element should we work right now for the financial prosperity, as that's the second theme or topic for this new moon in Aquarius? And allow your body to again pull you in some direction. So for me it's definitely the earth element I'm being pulled to. Also a little bit of more grounding and integration to be able to attract or allow the flow of abundance in my life. How is it for you? And come back into the center again. And we'll just ask one more question here and now, but if you want, you can play with it as much as you want to later when you go back home or anytime, anywhere, literally. Your body is your tool to heal yourself, to give you guidance. So just use it more mindfully, more consciously. And you don't have to visualize sitting yourself in the black water. You can just directly come back into the present moment and ask your body, ask your guides and guardians to come to you and help you, and just ask whatever it is that you need to ask. Okay, so which element shall we work with for our transformation that we are seeking in our life right now? Whether it's spiritual, whether it's physical, whatever the transformation is for you, whether you're trying to transform your health, your life, your spiritual life. And you can be more specific in your question. So in your mind's eye, ask more specific question. So what element or elements do we need to work with right now in our life? So I'm being pulled across to fire and earth, which are kind of my two main elements that I would be normally working with as well. So that might just be for me a validation that I'm on the right path, that I'm working with the right elements. But I will try later to be also a little bit more specific. And don't try to rush it. This doesn't have to be very dynamic. It's actually supposed to be very gentle. So you allow your body to sway in the direction and guide you to your answers. Now let's just come back to the center. Let's take a deep breath here. And just let go, forget about what happened. And for now, we let go of our beautiful spheres with gratitude and love and grace, because we know we can call them up and play with them again anytime we want to. So now I want you to try to be very quiet and very still, as this is quite an amazing moment when you sense that energy. And before we do, I want you to reach out with your hands and see what you can actually sense, those ball of energies in front of you. The beautiful ball of green, brown energy, the earth. On your right hand side, the energy of air, yellow, golden color. Behind you, it's the beautiful red, orange energy of fire. And on the left hand side, the black or blue sphere of water. So with your hands, you can also go inside and sense, before we say goodbye to them, by visualizing now to bursting back into that black river. So all these beautiful energies and particles and colors are now just bursting and just going back to where they came from, to this beautiful black river of all creation. And you sensing the river back flowing all around you, as if nothing really happened. We're here, we're being, we're accepting, and all is well. And with that, I invite you now to say goodbye and allow the river to just disappear, melt away, as we take a few deep breaths to just release what we've just experienced, to let it go. Come back and prepare for the Reiki healing. So let's take a few deep breaths here. You can even move your body in any way you want to. And just say thank you to your body. You can touch yourself, you can hug yourself, acknowledge that you have the body. And it's such a beautiful and useful tool. And come back to it whenever you feel called. And with that, I invite you to just go down and prepare